You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton. And this is What Do You Got? What Do You Got's a little segment that we have where we each come to the table with, or metaphoric table, with a topic that the other guy doesn't know about, and we spring it on each other. And this is Andy's turn to start. Andy, what do you got?
I got Hall versus Thor, Goliath versus Goliath. Now, did you hear about this, sir?
Oh.
So, two guys that have won the world's strongest man in the last couple years. I think Thor won it in 2018 and Eddie Hall won it in 2017 or 18 and 19. And I guess they got into it, whether it's promotional or not, for what's coming up, but they're going to have a boxing match in a year and a half-ish, I heard.
Oh, I didn't hear about this. I know that Thor recently did the world title, or what is it?
The world record for the deadlift. He did 5 pounds more, I believe, than Eddie.
Yeah.
Now, Eddie broke that a couple years ago. He's the first dude to ever do 500 kilograms, which is insane amount of weight. So he did 105, 505 or something like that. And I guess he had sent him something like he sent him a message that it doesn't count because it's not in competition. No lifts that aren't in competition have ever counted. And you're kind of discrediting the lifting community by saying that you have just broken the record by doing so. So I don't know if you've ever seen these gentlemen before. I'm just going to send you a picture of what they look like.
I know what Thor looks like because he was the dude on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So I know I know, and I can just.
I just sent it to you on the chat.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Now,
big.
Massive. Biggest people on the planet.
Massive human beings.
Yeah, so I think Eddie Hall had retired from competitive strongman competitions due to health reasons. So the last time I'd seen him, he had lost a significant amount of weight because his health was starting to get questionable with like his heart and stuff like that, I think. Thor is still competing in there. Now, if you had to guess, how much do you think Thor weighs, if you didn't already know?
I kind of already knew. I think Thor is like in the high threes. I want to say like 380.
425.
Holy good God.
And he's 6'9" or 6'8".
That's a big, even for that height, that is a massive.
It's not a human. That's
not a human.
It's a bear. Somebody trained a bear how to talk and lift weights, and they cut his nails real short every day so that we don't know he's got fucking claws, his hands. Eddie Hall is, I think, at his biggest, he was like 356 or something, and he's like 6'2" or 6'4", something like that. Just massive human beings. So my question to you is, number one, of course, we're going to watch this.
Of course.
Because
if this was a promotional ploy, it's already worked.
I don't care. They could do nothing for the next 2 years and just be like, fight's happening tonight. I'll fucking watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, so there's that. Number two, what do you think they're going to come in as on weight?
Are they allowed?
It's got to be open weight. It's got to be open weight.
I mean, it's not like Thor's going to cut for this. It's not like either of them really. I mean, so Thor's probably going to come in at like 400 pounds. But what's the name of the other guy?
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall, if he really is cutting weight right now, just for health reasons, I'm going to say he's probably going to be in the high twos, maybe 300, which means Thor's going to have 100 pounds on him. 100 pounds.
So you're saying he's going to come in at 300 and Thor's going to come in at 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that you are wrong, because I don't know who their trainer is or how serious they are about getting away from the strongman competitions, because I feel like that's something that once you do it and you win it, your body only has so many of those in it before it starts to just fail. Yeah, because they're just so brutal on your body. I would say that if they were smart and all that stuff, as far as like legitimately taking this seriously, and I don't know how many rounds the fight is. If it's a 10-round fight, which I doubt it's going to be, it's probably like a 4 or 5 rounder. But if it's a 10-round fight, I would say the guy that comes in the best cardio shape wins it, no matter what.
I mean, they both have so much power behind their arms already. It's
doesn't translate all the time, though, man.
Yeah, I know. Dude, just to give you like relevance for how big these dudes are, like no offense to myself, you know how small I am compared to you?
Yeah.
That's the same difference between Eddie Hall and the Mountain.
Yes. Yes.
Think about that. That's fucking obscene.
But what's crazy is they're the same strength.
Yeah. That's
give or take, a marginal amount that's not going to really matter in a boxing match. But this is going to come down to who has more cardio and who has better athletic ability in terms of striking, I think, because we've all seen big guys in MMA fights, especially back in the day, that they're not very good with their hands. And as soon as they get tired, they ain't worth the shit. Just like everybody does when they get tired. But trying to give her, like, if he doesn't lose any weight, I mean, if Thor doesn't lose any weight, he's got maybe a minute and a half.
That's the more we're talking about it, the more I'm thinking the same thing. I wonder when the last time that guy went for a jog.
Oh, he probably does that stuff, but only in very, very short increments.
Still more than me, but
yeah,
I can see that being a problem during a boxing match.
Yeah. I don't think. Like I said, I think Eddie Hall had already lost. I think he was down below 300 pounds already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he had lost over, I think he'd been at least almost to 300 pounds. So he's already on the way down there. Like, he's already got it because your body has to kind of acclimate. But if you're their boxing trainer and they're trying to do this not as a one-off, but say they're trying to like start up a boxing career. I mean, Thor's got to lose 100 pounds.
Easy.
He's got to lose 100 because that extra 100 pounds is for weightlifting. It's not helping you in the ring.
Yeah. And you know what? If he does lose that 100 pounds, he will feel like a completely different human being. He will, because he's going to be so used to walking around with me on his back.
Yeah.
Literally, almost literally.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden that's gone. Dude,
he's 200 pounds heavier than me.
That's fucking scary.
180 or 190 pounds heavier than I am.
And you're one fat fucking ass. So
I'm
that's
gigantic
really...
piece of shit.
That really is saying a lot.
Yeah. And the thing
that's
is,
exciting,
too.
Though.
Yeah. I want to see it. I just want to see who gasses first because it's going to happen.
It's probably going to be a really interesting first minute, and if nothing happens there, it's going to be a really boring final 8 rounds or 10 rounds, whatever.
Well, somebody will drop from exhaustion because your body, like the amount of blood you need, if nobody loses any weight, it's not going the full. But the other thing too is I want to see how these guys' skills improve from doing nothing to doing something, because these are guys that are used to just literally like lifting their problems, like they just lift shit and muscle through everything. And boxing is more of like it's like a flow. It's not just like a brute kind of a thing. So you kind of have to throw that aside a little bit and realize like you got to kind of let your body move differently than you've been used to moving. So I want to see who comes out with the better technique. It'd be really interesting to see that. But I'm excited. So any final thoughts?
No, other than this is is the ring going to be able to hold that much weight?
Yeah, I think they said it was the heaviest boxing match of all time. If they come in at their weights that they are billed at for powerlift or strongman competition, it'll be over 800 pounds in the ring.
Yeah, dude, that's big.
Yeah,
that's a lot of weight for one ring to hold.
Yeah, so it's gonna be crazy. But now, moving on, what do you got, sir?
We are going to be talking about spring fever.
Spring fever.
It is fucking nice outside. This happens to me every spring. So people talk about spring fever all the time. Like, that's when like cabin fever starts hitting. You get like shed off this desire to be inside and hide away from the snowy weather. And for me, it happens like clockwork. It is like I wake up one morning and I am a completely new human being. The sun is out, it is warm, and I just want to like fucking frolic in the goddamn street.
You're like Peter Cottontail or little rabbit waking up from hibernation.
That's exactly it. It's like Peter Cottontail mixed with Peter Pan. I just want to like go play.
Find your happy place, Timmy.
That's a different kind of play.
Different kind of fever.
Yeah. But like, am I the only one feeling this? Am I the only one who goes through this every single year?
No. I honestly think that it would be beneficial and probably would up production if there was like a mandatory thing where you get to choose 1 week in June, July, or August that the government basically says you get a week off, totally just off, mandatory, not including your sick time or vacation time, but you just get off. And I think that production would go up significantly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because nothing is worse than looking outside and watching the sun, and there's just a fucking awesome day, and you're looking at it like a fish in a fish tank. Like, by the time I get out there, the sun's going to be gone. And you just watch the beautiful day just pass you by.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny, at work, I do the same exact shit. So everyone all day long will just sit at their desk and they grind. Gotta give props to them because they're amazing human beings. And I work with really great people.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that. At least once a day, even if it's for a 5-minute drive, I have to be outside.
Yeah.
Even if it's goddamn raining outside or snowing or whatever, I have to go get away from my desk for 5 minutes just to recoup myself. So if you like extrapolate that into like a long term, like you get a week to like play. I'm imagining like myself as a child playing with neighbors. I know it's not quite the same now that we're old as hell.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Like any excuse I can find to be outside on a nice day, especially like if there's like restrictions of like being inside, like work or something, I take it. Because like there's something to be said about being outside and fresh air and all that. I know everyone says that, but it could make the difference of your day going shitty or just like literally giving you a little pep in your step.
Yeah, it's all the difference in the world, dude. And like even last night, it sounds so stupid, but I went for a walk by myself. I live in a little lake community, and we have a lake house.
Fancy.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't afford this. I'm trying to. Let's make BDP happen. Buy our shirts. So seriously. Seriously, go to brodownpro.com. We have a little lake house, and last night I just walked there by myself, sat at the lake house and just watched the like waves pour in, and like it was warm and a little bit like windy, and like I came back to my house and I just felt good. Like it was 20 minutes of a walk and not doing anything, but like I just felt like a better human.
Yeah.
I can't describe it. You just feel like renewed. I'm a fucking phoenix, god damn it.
Yeah, I know, I get it, man. Like there is something like, you know, when everyone walks outside and everyone always says the same shit on a certain day, they just go, it's such a nice day out. That means so many things to so many people. Like, it's such a nice day out. Like, I wish we weren't stuck inside. Or it's such a nice day out. Like, I'm so excited that it's this nice. I have to literally say it. Like, nobody else noticed that it was a fucking awesome day. I had to say it and let other adults know how nice the day was.
It's 72 and sunny, Carol. We fucking get it.
Yeah, we get it. We fucking get it. But no, yeah, dude, no, I'm definitely in the same boat. But I really do think that should be like a thing where you just give people their choice of whatever week they want off. And just no questions asked. You get to do whatever you want. If you want to sit inside with your windows open or whatever, just do that. But I think that would severely lower most people's depression of like, I feel like I'm in a rat race. It's like something to look forward to that's like a guaranteed, like almost like when you were a kid, summer vacation.
Yeah.
Like you knew you were getting it.
Yeah, it like almost cures your burnout. Like
yes.
the winter happens, you do the whole like holiday thing, but for like months after that, it just kind of like you sit inside, you worry about work, you worry about family, you worry, you do projects inside, but like it none of it really feels like you like rejuvenate yourself. And then all of a sudden spring happens and you turn around and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's like waking up from a nap." I don't know how else to put it.
Hibernation. It's like hibernating.
It's like hibernating, and you wake up and you just like, God damn, I feel so goddamn good.
Yeah, it's like, and also too, like if you just think if you had a week to look forward to every year, like not like, oh, I got to waste my vacation days or I got to save up. Like it's just guaranteed you get to like, there's that old saying, like it's not the vacation that makes you happy. It's the thought leading up to it.
Yeah.
Like just knowing like, oh, me and my friends could literally just sit around and play video games for a week.
Yeah.
And just go outside and play fucking Manhunt. Remember Manhunt?
Oh my God, I haven't played Manhunt in like, gotta be 20 years.
Yeah, if you did, it'd be weird. Be wondering who you're playing Manhunt with. But yeah, no, 100%, dude. Like,
I played Manhunt last night. They didn't know it.
Oh, a dating app. That should be a dating app we come up with, Manhunt.
No, dude, and also, that was before smartphones. That was a website.
No way.
Yeah, so
they took our.
you get the award. That was a dating website.
At least I know I have good ideas.
I wouldn't really call it a dating website, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh,
Anyway.
so it was more of a sporting website. Oh, yes. This is going off the rails, sir.
Yeah, we're getting a little weird.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had like one more thing I wanted. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off with one last story, and then you're gonna close this out. All right.
Okay.
I remember back in college, it was my sophomore year, and it was when I say this happens to me every year there's like a specific day that I'm just hit, and I'm just like, oh, spring fever.
Yeah.
I feel it. I can smell it. It just hits me all at once. And it was that day. And I remember walking back from class to my apartment, and there was this little hiking trail. It wasn't long. It was like 300 meters. So it was a shortcut. And I remember walking back, and it was early morning. So I was coming back from my 8 a.m. class. It was probably 9:45. So the sun was just coming down, like breaking through the trees in a way that like illuminated this open path. And I shit you not, this eagle came down
What?
into the middle of the path and flew right at my head to the point where I had to duck.
Oh, you pussy.
You should
have just you could have been a fucking superhero, Tim. That's how superheroes are made. You could have been Eagle Boy or Tail Feather Man.
I already am. Tail Feather Man.
Hawkeye. Something. You could have had a patch on your eye. At least it would have been a cool story.
No one wants to be Hawkeye. Who goes out and like, what superhero are you going to be for Halloween? Hawkeye.
Well, at least he gets to hang out with Thor. You can get him into bars. But I'm sorry, go ahead. I mean to derail your story. So eagles flying, you had a duck?
I literally ducked, and it raced down the rest of the path and like went away. And like when I tell you, like the sunlight hit the path, like the entire path was like golden. So I stood up and I'm like, what the fuck kind of storybook shit is this?
Oh,
like,
man.
It was like epic, and it was like the crowning moment of my spring fever-esque thing. That was my launching pad for that year. Anyway, that was my story. You talk us out.
And it's all to yourself. You know that they say that I believe it is the god Zeus that takes the form of an eagle. So maybe he was coming down and trying to tell you something, but you were too bitchy to fucking hear it, and you ducked. So he said, fuck this little kid. I'm not going to tell him the secret of life. I'm going to keep flying down this fucking golden path that I paved for him. This little fucker can't even appreciate a good day. So that's been it for the Bro Down podcast and this episode of What Do You Got? Be sure to go to brodownpro.com for all your Bro Down Pro gear. And any final thoughts, Tim?
Nothing. We will just see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.